lately Bitcoin has been breaking out. As you can see, we have just now broken this ascending triangle, and as you can see here, ascending triangles are bullish patterns. So we just broke out of that. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this financial advice, but let's talk about this. So yes, Bitcoin has been pumping up over 4.3% in the last 24 hours, over 5.9% in the last 7 days, 10% in the last 14 days, 10% in the last 30 days. So yeah, Bitcoin's been doing good. Bitcoin's been doing good. We're still trading within a rising wedge, but we're actually about to break out of that rising wedge. So that's pretty bullish here. And one thing that you do want to watch out for though is if we do pull back, because as you can see on this 4-hour chart, we are overbought pretty much. On the 4-hour chart here, on the percent R trend exhaustion, you can see that if we are to pull back, there is a possibility that we could stop here and then continue upwards, getting up to 100K, and then possibly another pullback from 100K down here to this 97K area, and a continuation if it does have the strength to push back. Now, if it gets rejected here and it gets rejected here at 95K, and what I mean by here is 97K, if we get rejected at 97K and get rejected at 95K, then we're looking to come back down to the bottom of this rising wedge around 91 to 92K. Still a possibility there, but there's a bunch of possibilities that can happen. I'm not here to tell you what's going to happen. You got to make that for yourself, make that decision for yourself. I'm just showing the technical analysis here. We have buying pressure here on the MACD, lots of buying pressure. So again, let's now go to the daily chart. So if you look at this, this is overall a rising wedge. And again, we just now broke out of a ascending triangle here. And if you look, ascending triangles are bullish patterns. So if we are going to continue upwards, we'll see how that ends up playing out. Whether or not we get rejected here depends completely on the market. And then remember, we had a uptrend here, and we've been in that. We had that uptrend since February 2024, and we broke that uptrend over here November 2025. We'll see if we get rejected up there at about 100K. So we'll see what happens there. If we break past that, that's going to be a good sign for us. And then not only that, we can go ahead and also pull up the 200-day SMA. And let's go ahead and do some other things here. So we can go ahead and darken this so we can see it a lot better, change the opacity up. So yeah, again, there's a possibility we can get rejected at 100K or push past it. And then from there, we'll have to see if we can pass that 200-day SMA. And also that 200-day SMA, if we pass the 200-day SMA, I'm only completely bullish after we get above 108K. That's the previous highs before the last all-time high. So that's pretty much what I'm looking for here inside of Bitcoin. So there's a possibility that this thing could continue to be bullish and create new all-time highs. There's that possibility, but we'll have to wait and see what pretty much happens from here to see if it would happen or not. So that's what we're waiting for. On the percent R trend exhaustion, you can see Bitcoin is pushing up higher. This is the blue line is the long-term trend, white line short-term trend. Possibility that we can have another pullback here, just kind of like how we did here, and it'll probably squeeze up to this area and then decide whether or not it's going to break down or break upwards. And again, I'm not here to tell you what's going to happen. You make that decision for yourself. But yeah, this is just a technical analysis showing what is forming, and what we have forming is, obviously the bearish pattern that we're in, which is the rising wedge. As you can see here, rising wedges are bearish patterns. We're forming that right now. And then what we have forming outside of that is quite possibly going to be a head and shoulders pattern. And let's go ahead and zoom in again. So what this head and shoulders pattern is looking like here, let's go ahead and pull that up. This is the head and shoulders. So something along the lines of this. So we had the shoulders here, we had the head, and now we're kind of creating another shoulder pattern. And that's why I'm thinking we either get rejected at the 200-day SMA, we might get a little bit above the 200-day SMA and hit the previous highs of 108K. So we might hit that 108K level. And just to kind of make everything look more neat, I'm going to go ahead and delete all this, and then we're going to show the head and shoulders pattern with a clean chart. So this is pretty much a clean chart here. And this head and shoulders pattern is pretty textbook, to be honest. Like if you look at all the other times that we've dropped down here, you can see the lows, they became higher and higher and higher. This is the one time when our lows are only slightly higher than our previous low, only slightly higher. And on top of that, we've also dropped below our 200-day SMA up here, as you can see. If we break past the 200-day SMA, we need to close the weekly chart above it. So let's go ahead and bring up the weekly. So if we pass that 200-day SMA, again, we need to close above on the weekly chart. So here it is. It would have to look like this, and it would have to close above it, and that would be above 108K. So that is pretty much why I have that as like a prerequisite of what's going on. And then if we look at this, again, head and shoulders, boom, this is the shoulder, this is the head, and then the next shoulder should be right around there, and then a continuation downward. So that's what I'm expecting to happen. Now look, if it does close above it, I want to see it close way above it. I don't want to see it closing at 108K on the weekly chart. I still wouldn't trust it at that point. I need to see it closing way above it. So I'm really looking towards 116, 115K. Like if we start really pushing above 110K, that is when I'm really like super bullish on it. But as of right now, I'm looking at this as a bull trap. And then this is like the neckline here. So this is a textbook head and shoulders pattern. So that's why I'm really expecting this to be bearish. And that's pretty much what I'm seeing here. And then if you look at the percent R trend exhaustion on the weekly chart, it could very easily start coming up here and then continue downwards, or it could very easily continue to rise upwards. So honestly, at this point, your best bet is to just sit tight. Like if you're not already in, then what are you trying to buy in for? And if you're not already out, what are you trying to sell out for until you get confirmation? Right, you need that confirmation, because there is a possibility that we're going to be breaking past this rising wedge here. So it does look like that rising wedge is going to end up being broken. And if we come over here to a shorter chart like the 30-minute, you can see that even more, that a push right above this area is probably going to happen soon. 100K is probably going to get reached pretty soon. If not, we can see a pullback, and then we'll see if we're going to keep pushing, but it is starting to hit that rejection area. So either rejecting now or at 100K is pretty much what I'm expecting here inside of Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens there. I'll keep you guys updated. Hit the like button, subscribe, and you can send a donation through the Solana address I have, or BNB if you want to donate to the channel. Share with a friend, do something. But yeah, shout out to you guys, and I'll keep you updated on the next video. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Make your own decisions. And as always, I'll be back with another video.